Hey guys, it's Riley here coming back at you with another video on the JP side, and we're going to be doing Cam's LC event. I don't know how to say his full name and I don't want to butcher it completely, so that's why I'm just saying Cam for short. If you are pulling on this banner, I do hope that you guys get everything you need. But we're going to be using Lightning, Edward, and Rajin, and the reason why we're going to be using Rajin and Edward is just for the stuns, and Lightning's just here, of course, to just lay down damage. I know you're supposed to kind of take off passive just to kind of slow her down a little bit, but honestly, we're just going to HP plus if we need to slow Lightning down. I'm not really going to get too much into her skills. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter who we take, so let's just, I don't know. Let's just take Kuja, I guess. I think we're good. Yeah, this is good. I really wish Edward had his C80 so I can put somebody on him, but oh well. This Lufenia was not, I'm not gonna say it wasn't too easy, but it wasn't too hard either. As soon as you kind of learn what the counter is and kind of how to work with it, it's actually not too bad. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna have Lightning burst down one single ad by herself, and Rajin and Edward are just gonna kind of slowly dwindle down the other one because I only want to deal with one counter at a time. And then once I get the one that I'm bursting down to red, I will then kind of focus down on the other one as well with this counter. But I only want to deal with one counter at a time. So what I'm going to do here is actually I'm going to have Lightning burst down B, and then I'll just have Rajin and Edward focus down A. Very little, but I'll have them focus down A. But the main focus here is just to burst down one ad. Then once one dies, the other one doesn't get anything special. It's just kind of whatever. So there's no harm in killing one immediately. An ideal team, though, would be just kind of, if you do have Cam, he works really great here, and same thing with Shantoto if you have our LD, since we're LD stuns. That would be the most ideal team, especially since you won't be eating up much turns with Lightning. For example, you can use Cam, Shantoto, and Rydia if you have that, the full center team, or Cam, Shantoto, Edward, Rajin, not really sure who else stuns right now on the top of my head. Cloud, I mean, yeah, I guess you could use Cloud here too, why not? I guess it really doesn't matter who I attack, because the EX is 100% AoE. I was kind of like using Agrius as well, but honestly, she's just kind of meh right now. She was doing pretty good. She was getting the stuns one off when I needed them, but she's just kind of meh, unfortunately. I wish it was more to say, but there isn't. Alright, we're gonna pop LD here just to kind of get things going with the damage. This is split damage, so it doesn't matter who target. Alright, we should be seeing the counter pretty soon here. If not, right after this EX. We'll see the counter pop up right after. And it starts at 15, so it's not that bad. I think that's where the majority of them start. Although I think Gladio's Lufenia started at 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there's the counter. So basically we have 15 turns, because it's just going to dwindle down no matter who takes a turn. There's no way of stopping it, so there's no like freezing point, unfortunately. The only way to kind of get the counter to go back up to 15, or even I think the highest is 20, is by stunning the enemies. So that's why we have Edward and Rajin here to do just that for us. If you are using Lightning, all I have to say is just be careful with her. Don't kind of waste too many turns on her, and by that I just mean don't dwindle down the counter, where by the time Edward or Rajin stuns, on the enemy's next turn, don't have the counter basically be at like 5 turns, but the enemy has 6 turns to move, because then obviously it'll take the counter before the stun. So let's go ahead and put Lightning on Edward so he starts hitting weakness. So like right now I have 13 turns, so that should be good enough, because I'm going to dwindle down B to Edward's turn. Or I could sleep it now, to be honest, and just be safe. That's honestly probably more ideal. Let's do that. I was gonna just dwindle it down more to Edward's turn with lightning, but let's be safe than sorry. It's Lufenia. Alright, see, so when the B has a sleep on it, ideally I would want to focus down A just to kind of keep B where it is. But to me, I'm not gonna do that because again, Lightning's job is to definitely burst down one ad by herself. So we're just gonna keep attacking B. And it doesn't change our plans at all with B having sleep on it. And just HP plus. And then B's counter is gonna go right back up to 20 because he's still asleep. Perfect. And then Rajin has his stun up, so he's good to go for when I need that in the back. Alright, and basically what we're doing here with this team is giving Lightning as many turns as possible on her turn, so that way when I am kind of breaking and giving her extra turns, it's not that detrimental to the Lufenia counter because she has basically 20 turns to work with. So that's my biggest advice if you want to use a character like Lightning here in this Lufenia, is just give her as many turns as she can, so you're not too much worried about the Lufenia counter. I kind of want an LD here, but I'm actually just gonna C65. Well, where am I at? Ravager? Let's go ahead and do that. It should give me EX. Maybe. Or maybe not. I wasn't looking at it. Okay, so this is gonna be right after that. That's okay. I'm using Commando for EX. Alright, we're just gonna S1. And oh, perfect. So I could do HP attack here. I think I actually might do that instead. But yeah, let's do that instead. Let's HP attack to get that stun off. And let's see. I could LD if I wanted to. And I'd be completely safe because I have 11 turns to work with. So let's actually go ahead and do that. Let's LD. Just gave me EX, yeah. I feel like I should use EX on A, but I think we're actually gonna save it here. Because we should be fine. We should be absolutely fine at the turn counter for the Lufenia right now. Because B's gonna go right after Edward, and he's still stunned. I don't want to break him any further than that. But yeah, see, I don't want to break him anymore. So we're going to stop Lightning right here, and we're just going to HP attack. Then B's going to get stunned, so the counter's going to go right back up. Perfect. And now Lightning can go right back on her assault. Which is exactly what we want. We want to give Lightning as many turns as possible on her turn. Break A or DC65? No, we'll just use a Flourish of Steel. Alright, let's see. Let's just do another one. And because once I want to get this one into the red as fast as I can, because then I can just start blowing down A. As you can see, the ideal way to handle this on this particular comp is I only want to deal with one counter at a time. So it's good to know that at 80%, it takes the counter, so that way I can kind of gauge when to start the other one, which would be A. actually gonna have Edward sleep here because B is gonna go next, and I want that counter back at 20 for lightning. All right, perfect. Well, let's go ahead and EX. Maybe a couple more turns on lightning's attacks here, and it might be in the reds. Oh, or right now. That works too. I was thinking I may have to throw more skills at it, but that's good that it's in the red. I might just do one more, just to kind of dwindle it down further. Perfect. Actually worked out giving lightning that extra turn, because now I can break it. And she goes again. Let's see. I kind of want to still keep attacking B just a little bit more. So let's go ahead and flourish a steel. Is that a yes? Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and pop that on B. And after this, I can start focusing on A. B is good. B is fine. Don't need to worry about B anymore. Alright. And just to get your guys' opinion on something, I've been thinking lately about like a little documentary video, I guess you can say, just to basically about Lufenia and about comps that you can possibly bring into Lufenia that you wouldn't normally think about. Because I know really what I do for my Lufenia comps is I'll just kind of go in. As you guys know, I always complete the fights off camera, and then I go back in on camera with a completely different roster than what I used before. So I just wanted to see your guys' ideas on that. Like if you want me to kind of basically give you my thought process on what to bring, what to use, and how I tend to use the comp. Like for this one example, I'm basically using Edward and Rajin to give lightning as many turns as possible in her turns, so it's not hurting me in a way for her to be stealing all these turns, because it kind of backfires if you're not really paying attention a lot with lightning and what she does here in this particular LC Lufenia, which I actually like. I like the fact that it's making it a little like you have to think now on, you know, how you're going to break and what you're going to do with lightning versus just kind of going off with her. Oh, I was just thinking, maybe she's C65 or... Huh. We'll just do this. I'll save the 65 for a little later. Alright, so now A's got its counter. But I do want an HP plus here, just because if once I break B, Edward's gonna go, and I only have 8 turns before I have to stun them. So I want to stun them now, and that way I can just focus on A. Let's see here. Kind of want a HP plus here. Yeah, let's do that. Because I don't want to suck up too many turns, because we're at 7 count right now. And I want B to go. Perfect. There we got EX. Awesome. And we can get that counter right back up. Awesome. And I think I actually might Spark Strike here, because I don't think that'll give me another turn. And I want A to get stunned as well. Awesome. You know, I actually never figured out what Rajin's C65 does. So I'm just gonna use it, because I honestly have no idea what it does. I'm actually pretty surprised at how good Rajin is, like with his EX Plus. I never would have guessed he was this good. But hey, you know what? EX Plus can really fix a character, except for Fang, unfortunately. It can fix every other character, though. Then again, I have hope for Fang. If Fusion and Cater came back from having their EX Plus, then gosh darn it, so can Fang when she gets her LD. I might burst here. Yeah, I think I might just burst here. Let's go ahead and break B. Kinda wanna kill it now, so I can go back down to focusing on one. Lufenia counter. So let's go ahead and just kill it. Should be able to kill it within burst mode, but we'll see. I do want to put some damage on A, so let's do that. Give it a flash. And we will do LD on A, and then we'll do the burst on B. Hopefully this kills it. If not, I'll be very upset. It's like barely any health left. Maybe? Yes? Yes? Is he dead? What? Alright. I was thinking about LDing so I can kind of keep her at a 3 skill count, but yeah, that's okay. Is he attacking Edward? Stacks on Rajin. Perfect! I do. Well, look at that. Right back up there to 20. I wish my first Lufenia turn, or my first try at this went this smoothly, because it honestly did not go this smoothly. It did not go this smoothly at all. I had to retry it a couple times because I kept tunnel visioning at lightning, and I just kept going off on her and going off and going off, and I was like, oh crap, I only have one turn left on the counter. LB here. And should summon soon. Well, I might want to replace though for Kuja just so I can have his buffs up in the summon. I can take away Rajin just for a moment, probably. Because the turn count doesn't go, the Lufenia turn count doesn't go down in summon, and it doesn't go down in burst. So that's kind of like your saving grace. If you have a little mishap, you can just summon and get yourself back where you need to be. just like use my last sleep? No. Yeah, no. Could use LD again. I would definitely have to summon if I use LD, like on her last LD turn I have to summon. No, we'll use Spec Strike. I hope she doesn't go all the way out. Okay, well, that's okay, that's okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and EX. Edward should be fine with the sleep, but I want to actually do this. And I will use our last sleep on the boss. Awesome. All part of the plan. Actually should be able to kill it without summon, or even Kujo for that matter. Is this gonna kill it? No, of course not. Why would it? That'd be too easy. That'd be way too easy, Rayleigh. Hey, alright. And there's the Lufenia stage right there, guys. Like I said, not much to it. Once you get down the Lufenia counters and how to work yourself around it with your team comp, this is a cinch. So with that being said, oh, let's listen to the music. This music is so good. Thank you for my score results. It's so calming, right? Like, just the calm after the storm of hype music. Alright, guys. But hopefully you guys are able to get the clear. Hopefully this was able to help you out. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys later.